PCTechRadio will start in
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
Track there was Jump Up. That was one of your own remixes, isn't it? Now, we sent over these tracks to a good friend of ours at another podcast, and he's played them for you, and we've had some questions back from his listeners. Now, first and foremost, DJM's from the Birmingham area. And as you all know, we have said in the past that we are here to help promote local DJs, local artists, so this is why he's on the show. This is going to be classed as a free-for-all show today. Vishal's not here. We do have a few announcements, which we will cover later on in the show. The next show you will hear with me and Vishal will be PCTechRadio, show 30, and that will be PC World Part 2. Yes, we've been asked to do a Part 2. I don't know why we're doing it. Okay, straight into a few of the questions. Now, one of the questions that was given to us, obviously it's hard to get into DJing, you need to know your stuff. So give us a bit of background about yourself and how long you've been doing it for, and then we'll...
I haven't been doing it that long now. I've done it about a year now. And I think it was just like, if you're really into music and like you proper love what you do, you'll probably pick it up quite quickly, I think.
So it goes by the varying things, like obviously. Do you do more? I mean, to answer one of the questions on that we got. Do you do more technical mixes, or do you play it by ear?
I'm doing more technical at the moment, but I'm trying to pick up a bit of skill to eventually get into vinyl and that. But yeah, it's more to do with computers and jog wheels and stuff like that at the moment.
Okay. One of the questions that we got, what are your influences which inspire your style when you DJ, and was it easy for you to first get started?
Well, main influence has got to be DJ Hype, because I've seen him not long ago, and he can just control a crowd proper well. Like, he can get everyone standing still, and then 5 minutes later no one stood still.
Everybody's just up on the dance floor and
just that sort of thing. I just want to be able to do that with a crowd, really. That was one of my main influences.
And was it easy for you to get into DJing, or did you have to sort of learn as you go?
Yeah, it was sort of learn as you go, because I didn't really start DJing until I was at a house party with my mate.
Right.
And he was supposed to be DJing on the night, but he had a bit too much to drink. And
so
asked
it's
me to take over,
so
and I hadn't got a clue what I was doing. I just had to sort of guess it to start off with.
So you've gone from there, and you've obviously built up your own mixes. I mean, when you actually sit down to do a mix, what is the first thing you look for? Is it because a lot of DJs will go for the comedy aspect in a mix,
I think gimmicks are sort of important, but I think mainly it's just like changing moods in the middle of the mix, like starting to build it up and then getting to a point where there's a massive drop or something like that.
So I mean, a lot of DJs, they stick to one style, so you'll get some that'll do R&B, you'll get some that'll do drum and bass, you'll get some that'll do house. Are you across the board, or are you...
I'd say I was mainly doing drum and bass, but I would probably do like a bit of similar stuff, like a bit of hip-hop and a bit of dubstep and that.
So you go across the board to sort of whatever
fits in, really,
So, but, okay, the next question we have, we've answered, obviously, but it's, when you create your mixes, do you play it by ear or are you more technical? And obviously, we've already answered. So you're more technical when it comes to that. Now, the next track we're going to play is called Refresh.
Yeah, that was one of my first mixes that I started. Yeah.
So, what was the influence behind this track?
It was stuff, but it's sort of Aphrodite style, and it was quite it wasn't quite that heavy to what I do now, but I still enjoyed making it.
That's right. Okay, guys, this is a bit of a long track. It's 12 minutes, but we'll play half of it. These are available on SoundCloud, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to download the full track, it's go onto SoundCloud and search for DJM. You'll come across all your tracks are on SoundCloud, aren't they?
Yeah, most of them. Yeah.
And obviously we'll be playing some of them on the show here. So this is Refresh. Hope you guys like it. There seems to be a lot of influence in the way you mix your tracks. When you can actually tell from the tracks, you take a lot of care in doing it. Yeah. So, one of the questions that we have had, I mean, we've answered part of this question.
Yeah.
But how easy was it to start out, and what advice would you have for anyone wanting to become a DJ?
I think anyone wanting to become a DJ, if you're really into the music that you want to DJ, I think you will pick it up quite quickly. And if you love the tracks that you're gonna try and mix together or play, then I reckon you'll get all right doing it. So
it's just a case of perseverance and and obviously you have to have a love for the music that you're mixing. So that's it, really, guys. The next question we've got is: would you use high-end equipment for your gigs, or would you shop on a budget?
Me personally, I'd shop on a budget, but
I mean,
mainly, like, if you go to some gigs and there's other DJs playing, if they've got like big equipment that they're gonna leave there, then most time you might be able to just use that. Depends on like what you're mixing with, because you have like your CD DJs, you got your vinyl DJs, so like it all depends really on what setup you've got there.
Well, obviously the vinyl DJs are the old school DJs. They'll never.
You've got quite a lot of like dubstep DJs mixing vinyl now.
Yeah,
like, some of the kids are doing it now, so it's getting back in there, I think.
Your next appearance is in Warsaw, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the 3rd of March days.
Yeah. What is the what's the event and what's it about?
It's called Subliminal, and it's just me and my mate DJ Shroomer. We started up just asking around loads of places because we wanted to start up our own night, really. Yeah. And we ended up getting a place called the Wharf Bar in Warsaw, and we've got it's more of just like an underground sort of rave type thing. We've got house DJs, electro DJs, garage DJs coming down, and it's free entry, so it's
free entry. So that's the Wharf Bar in Warsaw. What time do the doors open?
It opens about 9 and it goes until 3 in the morning.
So nice 6-hour block there, guys.
Yeah,
if you're in Birmingham, get to the Wharf Bar in Warsaw, and you will have a good night. Plenty of booze to go around, I suppose.
Cheap drinks as well.
Drinks. And if you're a student, get down there and and enjoy yourself. Right, we'll go on to the next question, then we'll have a couple of song breaks because we've got a lot to cover as well. In a few shout outs to the Minds Advisory Group. They've got a couple of events still going on that we're helping them promote, and if you can, guys, sign up on their website and then go from there. Okay, this question is: I'm finding it hard to get gigs. What advice would you give for getting your first gigs?
I think the best thing to do is go to smaller venues who don't have as much things going on, and they're more willing to take the risk, because if they haven't got anything on, they haven't got nothing to lose, really.
Yeah.
And also just talk to other DJs that you might know, or try and get hold of like DJs on Facebook and SoundCloud and things like that. Because normally if you start talking to DJs, then they've got little gigs on them, might get you slots and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it is hard when you're first starting out.
Yeah, definitely.
But as you've said, it's best to ask around and
don't like feel that you're going to be cheeky because you won't get anywhere. Like, just
The thing is, you just got if you don't ask, you don't get.
Yeah,
do you?
that's it.
That's the thing. Okay, guys, we're going to play a couple of songs that we've played in the past. This is an Ali Campbell song from his new album, Great British Songs, and this is a Beatles remix. This is Hard Day's Night and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have a contact detail that people can get hold of you on, or?
Yeah, we've got the SoundCloud, and obviously my email address is djm1990, and then it's 1@hotmail.co.uk.
Okay.
So any emails there for bookings, that'd be great.
Yeah. So if you want to book DJM, just send it to that email address and either contact him through the SoundCloud, and then you can go from there. Now, the next question we've got for you is: do you use a computer to create your mixes, or do you use decks, or both?
It's a bit of both.
Be sure to register your copy of Sam at
So it's a bit of both.
www.spatialaudio.com.
Set it up on a.
You'll feel warm and squishy inside what you do.
Like the jog wheels, the virtual decks on the side to mix it with.
Nice. So basically, how long from start to finish? How long does it take you to mix a track?
To mix a track.
Say for example, you hear an album, you hear a song that you like.
Yeah.
Say a standard R&B artist or reggae artist or any artist.
I'd say depends on if you do it live or if you do it through something like Fruity Loops and that.
Yeah.
Live, it'll probably it won't sound as good, but you'd literally just do it in say about 5-10 minutes. But if you used to do it on Fruity Loops, you could proper like edit it, master it, and redo the whole thing, and that'll probably take you about. Depends on how good you want it. Normally about 2 hours, 3 hours to do them.
No worries. Now, a lot of people may be wondering how I know DJM. I've known you now for a few years, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I won't give away DJM's name because that's not fair to him. But we have known each other for a few years, and obviously with him just starting out, you know, and PCTechRadio wanting to promote up and coming bands, artists, and everything, we thought it'd be a good opportunity to sort of let you listen to some of his remixes, some of his tracks, and see what you guys think. Now, today's going to be a short show because obviously there's only a few questions. Now, the 7th question that we had, we've covered it, but it's how difficult did you find it when you first started going out for gigs?
Trying to look for gigs was hard to start off with, because like the one that we finally booked with the Wharf Bar, we was asking him from like November-ish to get one, and then we kept on like saying, come and meet me here, we'll organise it and that, and then we didn't really find out till I'd say towards the end of January that we could actually play it, so it is quite hard, but the thing is persistence. Just keep on asking,
persistence, perseverance, and
just annoy people till they say basically.
So for all budding DJs out there, guys, look, it is hard, it is difficult, but you'll get there in the end. I mean, it's just like you said, perseverance, isn't it, really? Okay, now this next track is called, am I pronouncing this right? Subliminal?
Yeah, that was the mix that I made for the new show that we've got.
This will be for the Wharf Bar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is a long track, but we're going to play as much of it as we can, and then we'll go into the announcements for the Minds Advisory Group and announcements for the next show. Hope you like this one. His email address, which is...
It's djm1990 and 1@hotmail.co.uk.
Okay, and that's the number 1, not the word. Few announcements. The Minds Advisory Group have begun. They started a few weeks ago for selling tickets for the second day for the National Tower Abseil in Northampton, I think. Tickets are on sale. They've gone into a second day, so please show your support and book a ticket through their website, which is www.maginternational.org. All the information's on there about the fundraising events they are doing at the moment. The one they are also doing is a Peak District bike ride to help raise money as well. All information can be found on their website, so please go and take a look, and we will have more information for you in the next show. The next show, Vishal will be back in the studio. he is studying quite hard at the moment. He's in his final year, as you know, at uni, and he's got his dissertation lectures, which is quite fun. Well, I wouldn't be able to do it, put it that way. But basically, it's going to be a short show today. DJ M, thanks for coming in.
No
thanks for sharing your tracks.
Thanks for having me.
We'll get you back in sometime, and we'll do some more remixes and stuff, and we'll go from there. We're going to close today's show with an Ali Campbell track from his latest album, Great British Songs. I got that wrong then. This is Carry On, and guys, I'll see you on the next show with Vishal, and don't forget that's PC World Part 2. So send us in your horror stories, any good stories, bad stories. Go onto our discussion page on the Facebook group. You'll see it there, and then give us your stories, and we'll announce them on the show. We'll put them out there, and we'll try and advise you the best way we can. It will be more technology based. I'm calling this one a free for all show today, due to the fact that DJ M's been in the studio with us. So we'll see you next show, which will be show 30. See you later, guys.